Good evening everyone and welcome back to the match on WWE 2K25. This one in the women's division is our first match of the second week of Forbidden Door, as we see AZM in the middle, Bozllia on the left and Persephone on the right going at it in singles action. Now all three of these ladies are not necessarily doing fantastic well in our ranking system. AZM currently on +2 after 6 matches, so probably the better out of the lot. Bozllia has had 1 match so far. She's currently on 0 because in that match she got an elimination but then was eliminated as well, so she's sort of balanced out. That was back at Evolution. And finally, Persephone. She's had 2 matches, currently lost them both and sits on -2. So there's a lot on the line here for all three ladies to really force their way into a better position. Of course, triple threat rules means no disqualifications, no countouts. First pinfall or submission takes the victory. And in our ranking system, it is 1 point for the victory and 2 bonus points for beating multiple opponents. So 3 points up for grabs here for the winner, which is a huge boost for them, really. I mean, if Persephone gets it, she'll move up to a +1. If Bozllia gets it, she'll move up to a +3. And if AZM gets it, she'll move up to a +5, which really would put her in the question. It will put her into the top 20, almost equal points with Mercedes Monet and Megan Bain as well. So it'll be a very interesting victory for any of these three, to be honest. And all three of them have an even chance of really getting it. I think they're all rated roughly around the same. Nobody is massively scoring above the rest, so it really could go either way at this point. So, of course, AZM and Bozllia currently representing Stardom, with Persephone representing CMLL. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because it really could be, like I say, a very interesting match. Differing in styles as well. Persephone much more, obviously, of your Mexican Lucha Libre sort of style. AZM is much more of a striker and high-paced as well, and Bozllia is just your average giant powerhouse. So there really is going to be differing of styles and a lot of things that come into this, and it'd be interesting to see which one of these three ladies do come out on top. Early on then, Persephone working over AZM. Bozllia with a strong strike into the face, and just the powerhouse nature could be enough to get Bozllia over the line in this one. I know from playing this game myself, when you come up against a giant, it is very difficult to do anything because everything you try and do, you just get pushed out the way like that, essentially. AZM strikes. There you go, look, trying to get the offense, and you see Persephone now coming up, and it's almost like Persephone and AZM know they need to work together to sort of hamper Bozllia if they're going to go into this match. It is a real struggle here for the pair of them, and Persephone going to take advantage of the situation to hit AZM with the Russian leg sweep, now raining down with the strikes into a fallen opponent. AZM now dragging Persephone across the ring, draped up against the ropes. Yeah, it's good to give these ladies an opportunity. I mean, there's a lot of matches going on this week. I didn't want to do this many matches, but I just really want to give everyone a fair opportunity to show what they can do as well. I mean, 5 matches lined up today. We've got this one to kick things off. Next up, Tetsuya Naito takes on Ricochet in one-on-one action. We do have Claudio Castagnoli taking on Katsuyori Shibata in an underground match. We have a high-flying tag team match later today as the team of Mystico and Mascara Dorada representing CMLL will take on Jet Speed. Of course, Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey. And then our final match of the day will be a 10-man gauntlet match to crown the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, which will main event our pay-per-view this Sunday. Will Ospreay defending against the winner of Konosuke Takeshita, Hechicero, Kyle Fletcher, Swerve Strickland, Shinsuke Nakamura, MJF, Bandito, Hangman Adam Page, Adam Cole, or Cody Rhodes. So it's a very action-packed day, as they always seem to be at the moment, and I'm not hoping it's going to happen. When Worlds Collide happens, we're going to cut down the schedule, because I want to record some other stuff. And at the moment, this is my entire life, has been these bloody cards. I know I've got no one to blame but myself, but it is what it is. Bozllia now in control, showcasing her strength. Sending Azumi into the corner. Persephone came in with the elbow, but again, Bozlilla just sort of pushes it away. Absolute beast incarnate, isn't she, old Bozlilla? As you see, Persephone then sending the two Stardom names head into head. And now Azumi, there are the strikes over the top, rolling Bozlilla through and straight into the submission hold as well. Persephone allowed it to run for a few seconds to allow the initial damage to be done before running in and hitting the strikes. Persephone now sending Azumi face first into the apron. And now Persephone sending Azumi face first into the mat as well. Here comes Bozlilla with a steel chair. Remember, triple threat rules mean no disqualifications. It's an easy opportunity. Bozlilla with a steel chair right into the spine of Persephone. Went to swing it again. I mean, Bozlilla doesn't need weapons, really, does she? I mean, out of everybody, but you think it's the other two that should be using the weapons against Bozlilla, to be honest, but there you go. Hey-ho. Persephone now brings Bozlilla back up to her feet. And straight back into the ring. Azumi sending Persephone into the ring post, trying to take advantage. Trying to finish. I just still think, in my opinion, it would be a lot more sensible for Azumi and Persephone to work together here to try and take down the big bad Bozlilla, but it's odd to me. But I mean, I'm not a wrestler, who knows, they might have some tactics involved in this one. Maybe just taking your opponent down the outside like this and then having Azumi in the ring alone might be the best option. Instead of trying to take down Bozlilla, you just need to incapacitate her for a short period of time to allow you to tag your pin the other person in the match, we say. And this is the opportunity now. Bozlilla's down on the outside. Azumi and Persephone going at it. Azumi gets sent straight into the barricade. Bozlilla comes up beside Persephone and shows her into the barricade as well. Bozlilla now going to take Azumi up into the powerbomb. Bozlilla. Persephone and Bozlilla now back in the ring. Persephone comes up behind Bozlilla. Face first into the turnbuckle, and Azumi now with a backstabber. I say this is the opportunity now. Bozlilla was down. Well, no, maybe not. As I said, Bozlilla is down and out in the corner. It was a chance for one of the two ladies to pin the other one, but Bozlilla is just so much of a dominant force. Big sit-out powerbomb on Persephone. If Azumi can, which she does, docks her between the eyes with a steel chair. If she was to go for the pin now on Persephone, she might just have it. Oh, there's a cat on the desk. There's a cat on the desk. Pin now by Azumi on Persephone. There's the one. There's the two. Only a 2 count. And Azumi now looking to lock in the submission here on Persephone. Smart maneuver because Bozlilla was out of position on the outside, but she does manage to come in and break that pinfall, or break the submission up. Oh, look at the steel chair right between the eyes. And the quick cheeky. Oh, look at this. The crucifix roll up, just confusing Bozlilla. It's a smart maneuver that, because what you do is you completely throw off the ring awareness. So you don't quite know where you are. It's a lot more difficult to try and be able to kick out of stuff. Try and be able to grab a hold of the ropes and stuff like that. Nice power slam by Bozlilla now on Azumi. Persephone rolls back into the ring. Nice powerbomb. And then, oh, look at that clothesline by Persephone, just rocking Bozlilla. Now taking Azumi up. Azumi fights back in with the reverse DDT. Azumi now up on the middle rope and gets caught with a strike right in the gut by Bozlilla. Sends Persephone off the ropes. Went for some sort of clothesline, completely missed it. Persephone diving in with a headbutt into the back of the head. Persephone now with the strike. Bozlilla drags her across the ring. And the big strike into the side of the head by Bozlilla. Went in for the running flattener. It's the best way I can possibly put it on Azumi, but Azumi was able to dodge, and now Azumi just able to avoid Bozlilla at any opportunity she can. Nice running dropkick in the corner. Azumi, lovely running clothesline, flattens Persephone as well. Sending Bozlilla into the corner. Wrenching back at the arm. Bozlilla, as you can see, in pain there. Lovely kick on the side of the head by Persephone, or on Persephone, should I say. Now Bozlilla has the chance, launching Azumi across the ring. Dropping the boot into the leg of Persephone as well, and Bozlilla just taking her opponents apart here, one by one. Neck first across that top rope. Azumi fighting back with the jawbreaker. And Bozlilla, look at that front slam, almost like a choke slam on Persephone. Bozlilla now just launching the kendo stick at Azumi. Missed her. Azumi just has that great agility to be able to try and avoid a lot of stuff like this. Persephone fighting back, and then Bozlilla with a boot in the gut, and now taking Persephone up into the big sit-out power bomb. Azumi's there to break it up straight away. Again, Azumi able to avoid Persephone. There's the elbows. And now Persephone taking Bozlilla up on the shoulders. Look at the strength by Persephone now. In with, oh my god, the sit-out razor's edge, the border toss. But Azumi's going to get back up and break it up just in time. Wow. Wow, we were. And now Azumi in. And here's the armbar. Bozlilla's out here. Big opportunity for Azumi to get it. Yes, she does. Persephone taps. And Azumi gets the submission. That is a big win for her. Persephone then, with that loss, moves down to -3 after 3 matches. Bozlilla was an absolute force in this match, but unable to pick up the victory. Moves down to a -1 after 2 matches. And Azumi, a huge win for her. The 1 point for the victory, and the 2 bonus points as well are going to move her up to a +5 after 7 matches. All of a sudden throwing her up into the top 20 on joint points with Megan Bayne. So a huge victory this then for Azumi, and I think the right person won in my opinion. She's a fantastic competitor from Stardom, showcased incredible ability here today, and was able to counteract the sheer powerhouse of Bozlilla by just taking her down and focusing on the other opponent, which is the smartest thing to do, especially after Persephone had been hit by so many massive maneuvers like that powerbomb. But it was Persephone who actually took out Bozlilla with this sit-out border toss style powerbomb. Azumi was able to break up the pin and instantly just hit Persephone with the tilt-a-whirl straight into the armbar. Wrenching it back. Bozlilla was down and out, and Persephone had no choice but to tap. So there we go. Massive win then for Azumi. She picks up the 3 points of the ranking system, moves up to the top 20, and is going to force her way into more title pictures in the future. Right, that is only 1 match done of the day. Remember, we have 5 matches planned for today. I know it's stupid, but we're going to do it. And I'll see you very soon for Tetsuya Naito versus Ricochet. Goodbye.